Have you ever met a sister with her shit together? Maintaining, never complaining, trying to make shit better. She's got a real good life with the right frame of mind. She's the real deal, baby, and she know how to grind. On the job or in the bedroom, baby, the truth. And with her by your side, homeboy, you can't lose. Just slip on the dress and go to work like a pro. Then bring that ass home and drop it down to the floor. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's a lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's the lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Shining light and be lovebird. Shining light and be lovebird. Shining light and be lovebird. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shining light and be lovebird. Shining light and be lovebird. Shining light and be lovebird.
Hey, hey.
Hello, everybody.
Happy Wednesday.
Come on into the room. Come on into the room.
Hey, Valentine.
Hello.
Gone.
Yeah. Turn the other way. Hold them up right. You can tell you don't know nothing about no sneakers. Okay, them tight. I like those. I need a pair of them.
$78.50 with his discount.
Okay.
$78.30. That's the total.
Okay.
He advertising shoes on
Hello,
the thing.
Valentine.
I was showing her a shoe.
Hello.
He wants to show you Sammy's too.
I still got Naya shoes like that when she was little.
Well, that's yeah.
They never go out of style. Jordan's never go out of style.
Vonda, this is a 6.5.
Hi, Roger.
You want a 6.5?
6. But yeah, you could. I don't know. And boys.
It's the boys. Remember, it's little boys.
Oh yeah, 6.5.
6.5. Here, put mine away. Okay. Oh, we got the shoe out the way.
Yes.
How y'all doing today? Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Interesting comments back on this topic.
You're gonna go back and read some? I can't.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can see people. You know, my port is gonna be slow because I'm porting from the phone and not the computer.
Okay, all right, y'all. Let's get into this topic. Today's topic is if a person you highly respected told you not to marry the person you married or want to marry, would you or should you have taken their advice?
You told me many times I didn't take yours, and I probably should have.
Manissa said she should have both times. Well, damn.
Vonda, why you only got half of a head?
Huh? I got half of a head.
Like sit up some.
I'm short. Shit.
It's on the pillow.
Yeah. That better.
You ain't even moving on my screen. Hold up. You're frozen in my screen.
You ain't froze on mine.
I got you. Now you're there.
Okay. Manissa said she should have listened both times. Well,
Hey,
we live and we learn, Manissa. You know?
Yeah.
We live
You do.
and we learn.
Sometimes you just gotta. I think when friends tell you stuff, they probably see something that you're not seeing because you're in this la la land of a fantasy of a man.
Well, see, that's the thing of people on the outside looking in can always see. If it's a person that trusts that you value their opinion and what they're saying, if they're telling you, most of the time it's for a reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So I don't know what's going on with this ponytail, but anyway. Hey, Eunice. She said yes. Eunice said somebody told her that both times. Did you listen, Eunice? Well, evidently you didn't because you did it.
V, how many times did you tell me?
I can't even count them no more. You don't never believe it. I just stopped giving my valuable advice to people.
I know.
She said, listen and learn. Felicia said, true that. And someone just said, hold on. They are on the outside looking in. Right. Because a lot of times you see things that, because you be so over in La La Land somewhere that we don't pay attention to all the signs and the stuff that people do. That's just a given. You know what I'm saying? So If I say, you know what, girl, I just don't think that because I saw this, or they may have seen the person doing something or doing you wrong, and this just didn't want to tell you exactly what they saw, knowing how you feel about that person or how you react if somebody tells you something about the person you with. Because, you know, a lot of times people get pissed off at you if you tell them something about their significant other.
True.
For real. Don't be telling me nothing about all that kind of stuff. So I just mind my business. I told you, and I told somebody.
But I mean, I didn't get mad at you when you told me. I just didn't listen.
You never listen.
I just didn't listen.
Nicole said they see more than you see. They're looking with unclouded vision. Right. Yeah. Orlando said, Shell, did you get a new mascara? You look clearer than normal.
I'm on my phone.
Phone tonight, y'all. But let me go through some of these comments that some people said earlier today, and then we're gonna jump on into this. Let me see.
And don't be calling me out, Orlando.
You know he will. Wait a minute, I just had it, y'all. Where'd it go? Oh, here it go. Okay. Manissa again said, wish she had. Xavier said, I would have. Holland said, I'm not listening because I love what I love. Can't nobody tell me about how a person makes me feel. Plus, life is a lesson. We live, learn, and we forgive. Okay. Vanessa said, well said. Monte said, hell, they telling you for a reason. I would ask, why not? Renee said, never been married, but I think I'd have to learn the hard way. Most people, when in the moment, see things differently than someone on the outside looking in. Well, that's what I'm saying. Whenever you see things going on, you seeing, like she said, from a clear view, and the other person is just head over heels because that person is showing that person what they want to see and what they want to hear, but could be totally doing some other stuff outside the relationship. Hey, Tootie. Tootie said, Lisa Ruth, that's my mama, y'all, told her not to get married over and over again. I wonder why.
Okay.
I wonder why, Tootie. Hey, Jack. Orlando said, sad. This the camera that looks so good. He said camera.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you did. I can't see Orlando. I woke up and came in here. I was tired. I had a rough day. Hey, Britt. She said, only if my mom says not to do so. Okay. Why is that, Brittany? I know you value your mama's opinion, but just why? Because your mama don't like nobody. So it wouldn't matter who you try to marry. She can say, no, Brittany. Eunice said, it was told to me on my second marriage, but I just looked the other way thinking that things were going to change.
Girl, so did I. So did I.
Did it? No.
No. No.
But, you know, that's just like everybody said, that's the learning experience, because you don't want somebody to tell you that. But I would at least listen and maybe postpone things until I could find out for myself why they saying what they said. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily just like say, no, I'm not marrying you because I've been advised not to do that. I would just kind of wait and see and just pay attention to things and see how stuff pan out, because, you know, shit, I almost did it a couple times, and I told myself, girl, don't do it. I took my own advice. I ain't do it.
I think if you're working on marriage number 3, you might want to take a little longer to just jump off in the pit of love and just take a little more time.
But, you know, some people just like get married. Well, they don't care what the circumstances.
It's a very costly little thing.
It can be, unless you ain't got shit from the beginning. Yeah, but I don't know. Why didn't you take my valuable advice?
The first time, I think I was just in love. I was in a lot of love. The second time, you really didn't say nothing. You was kind of like, I don't know, but if you love it, I like it. I think that's exactly what you said.
You like it, I love it. But your ass went to a whole country and did it. And came back to my house married.
I I know, right? But yeah, I think the first time it was like, okay, I'm just gonna do this on a whim. But the second time it was more like you was like, you. I think when I told you, you was like, you doing what? Like you was like, what? Like how
And
that happened?
wasn't it that it was just like I thought, because we always hung together. I thought that y'all would just be better the way you were. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew
And we
it
were.
was
And the end result was we were better
yeah,
the way
and
we
then
were.
y'all were better as friends than like even in the relationship time when y'all would break up, y'all would get along so well. But then when y'all decided y'all was gonna try to get married, I told both of y'all, I was like, what the hell, y'all train wreck waiting
What
to
are
happen?
you doing?
Like
Yeah.
what?
But it's like it is a lesson learned, you know.
It is.
They say 3 times the charm, so who knows?
Well, I probably never find out, but
You will.
Orlando said, no, I ain't gonna. I'm gonna stop saying that. Orlando said, I might pause, but I wouldn't let their opinion alter my future. That's what I said, Orlando. I would just pay attention because evidently they're telling me this from a good place, and it's something that they see that I'm overlooking. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm happy and I'm all this and that or whatever. But they were like, girl. And then you know what? A lot of times when people tell you that, it's for a reason, and you end up not being together after however many years or whatever the case may be, or months in some cases. Susie said, my mom has been so right about a lot of things in my life. I'm 29 years old and I'm beginning to listen more and more, and I'm finding out this lady may know her shit. But your mama doesn't like nobody, Brittany. Felicia said she don't want that charm. But you know, Brittany, a lot of times your mama is right though. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all don't like to listen, but y'all see when we telling y'all something, y'all be like, dang, when you sit back, I should have listened to my mama. There's a lot of things I say even now. I say, dang, my mama said that, what happened? Or you know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. Your mama just know what your mama just know. That's it. Okay, now I'm in the middle. But yeah, but I just say, let me go to our other page because somebody had said something over there too. She was like,
and while she's doing that, y'all, I want to just make sure I tell everybody. If you notice that on my wall, I put up our YouTube hyperlink URL. Please click on that. Please go to our YouTube page, subscribe. We need y'all over there because we really, really are going to. I mean, the first of the year, we are shutting down these other 2 pages, and it will be only live streaming from Shelly Live and V Lovebird and the YouTube. So that'll be the only way you can see us until we get to streaming on Instagram. So we need for y'all to port that way. It's just better for us for you to be over there than on our main pages. So if you have not subscribed to our YouTube, please go to our YouTube channel, Shelly Live and V Lovebird. Click subscribe, click the bell so you'll be alerted when we're on. Some of you we can tell that you have because when you're porting now, you're going from YouTube or the Shelly Live and V Lovebird page. These are the pages that really matter. They're not going to count numbers from our regular pages. So we really need everyone to just do that. Okay. Thank you.
Somebody on your page said yes, and yeah, they would take the person's advice. So I mean, it's like mixed up for most people, but I just think that if they tell you that, they tell you that for a reason, and you just pay attention to what they told you, and then make your own judgment about what you should do. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Stefan. Yeah, that's true.
Let me see.
Yeah, Amanda, you're on YouTube. You have followed instructions. I see you on YouTube. You're actually showing on YouTube on our page.
You are Orlando. Hi, Stefan. He said, good eunice, my beautiful ladies.
Hello.
Yeah, but you guys got to learn things for yourself. And sometimes, you know, people got to learn the hard way. Just like Eunice said a few minutes ago, she had to learn the hard way. Because, you know, sometimes you could tell the person can see the car coming. You say, don't step out in front of that car. And they jump out there anyway. Just like this and get it mollywopped, and they're like, damn, I should have listened when you told me not to do that and when you tried to snatch me back. So it just depends on the person. And you know, we could always think we know the person we with, but you really never really truly know someone, because a person I can't talk today, because a person can flip up and switch up on you like a light switch. Eunice said, okay, I will. Let me do it now, Eunice. I'm gonna send her this hyperlink. But yeah, so you just, So what's your take on that? Have you ever told somebody that and they didn't listen? Probably not.
No. Because I don't think, did I ever tell anybody? Well, you've never been married. You're the closest to me.
I didn't know you when I was.
Yeah, and I think I may have told you about a couple of boyfriends that said, then like, I don't know about that one. But I mean, as far as people being married, no. But if I was a real friend of somebody and I saw something that was a little shaded, I probably would be like, I don't know, girl. I wouldn't tell you not to. I would just say, as a friend, you might want to look a little longer before you not look outside what you have, but look a little longer at what you got to make sure that's what you really need.
No, you don't tell me. I don't think you should do that because I just
people that. I don't get angry if someone's telling me something that's like about myself or something that I need to better myself. Or I don't get offended by stuff, especially if it's coming from a good place. Sometimes it'd be some shade thrown in there, but if it's like from a good place and that, I would probably just go, okay. It's not going to alter my decision. I'd probably take heed to it and be like, okay, she said that for a reason. I'm going to figure out why. So yeah,
okay, there.
You got me the one that sent you from your email? Okay.
No, I got it. Yeah, I got it. It wouldn't let me. I was pressing it down because I'm sending it to her from my phone, but my phone be acting crazy. But yeah, I mean, and then too, it could still be a person you respect, but they may just not like the person, period.
True.
And it may not even be nothing or anything they've done. They just don't like them because of something that they might have done to them somewhere in the past or whatever. So you gotta be careful about that too.
Orlando, really?
I wonder when you got to eat. Did you let the waitress opinion deter what you order? Sometimes I do. We do. Sometimes, Orlando, because guess what? They done had that shit. And they might be like,
we ask all the time. Me and V be like, what you think is good on this menu? I mean, how many times do you go ask that question?
I do all the time. Girl, this so good.
What are you drinking?
Simply grapefruit juice. I love that stuff.
So there's no alcohol, it's just grapefruit juice?
Just grapefruit juice. No.
Okay.
Told you I'm turning over a new leaf to get this weight down.
You're frozen. All I'm seeing is your head bend down. You're probably moving on your screen.
I am. But Eunice said, I stay out of my friends' business because they get into their feelings. That's what I was saying, Eunice. A lot of times people do. They get mad at you. I got, relatives. If you tell them something, they just go slap off. If you tell them something like, well, I saw this or I seen this or whatever the case may be. I'm like you, Eunice. I just mind my business. I stay in my lane.
But you know what? If you think about it like this, if you're telling somebody that you see something in the person they're getting ready to marry and they get upset, why do you think they're upset? Do you think it's because they already see it? Thank you. Do you think it's because they already seen something that you're calling out and putting to the forefront?
That's what I'm saying. It could be that. That's what I said earlier. Yeah, it could be either they seen something, or it could be just they don't like the person, or it could be they done been with the person and just don't want to tell you that they have. And if that's a secret that the person you with is keeping, I'm like, I don't think that would be warrant to stop, from marrying a person. But I'd be like, damn, why didn't you tell me that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the big secret? If you did it, it was in your past, you did it. So why did you feel like you didn't have to tell me that if this person is around us all the time? You know what I'm saying? If that's just like if you around one of your other homegirls or whatever, and she done been with your dude and you about to marry him, and she be like, girl, I don't think you ought to do that, because she probably knows stuff about him that you don't know, but that could have just been the way he was with her.
True.
And you may not have never known that they dated or whatever, but she knew and didn't tell you. So, it's just like a lot of ifs that you could throw up in that scenario. You know what I'm saying? Whether you trust, if you trust the person, right? Jalen look like he about to rob something in the background. All that black.
I can't see him at all. I didn't know you saw him. I can't see him.
I always see my baby.
Get on my screen.
Stefan said, "Oh well, maybe that person knows more than you think. Never know. Probably they used to hang out before meeting you." That's what I just said, Stephen, before I even read your comment. But yeah, that's it's like you can just throw so much into that. You can trust a person more than anything. Y'all got all this stuff, got a great relationship, whatever the case may be. But you still got to know where they're coming from with it. You shouldn't take the advice of somebody if they just tell you don't marry that person, but you can't tell me why. And then if they say some shit like, I'm just telling you, you just shouldn't do it. How people be like, I'm just telling you, man. I'm just telling you. Well, telling me what? What is your reason
you
for telling me
for?
this? Right. That's just like I hate when people say, I was going to tell you something, but I ain't going to say no. Well, what the hell you bring it up for?
Because you really wanted to tell me what it was that you thought you saw.
Yeah. You should have just not said anything if you weren't going to tell me exactly what it was, because this is like me telling you, like, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't. And when you said why, I told you what my reasons were, what I thought. I ain't telling you what to do, but I wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, baby. But I wouldn't do it. I know he misses me.
Interrupting my class.
I know he missed me. But yeah, so you just can't go take any and everybody's opinion, whether you highly respect them or not. You need to pay attention, and you also need to figure it out for yourself. Like I said, you could postpone things and kind of fill it out. You know what I'm saying? But just because you come up to me and say, don't do that. Don't do that. But why? Why not? Why are you telling me not to do this?
I don't know what he's doing, Vaughn. He
look in the mirror like what you always do.
Right. He's like right in my breathing space.
He was like, girl, he was loving himself in that mirror. You hear me?
I didn't see him. I didn't see him.
No, you was asleep.
Oh, okay. Because he's like right here in my whole side right now, just smiling. And I don't even know why he's smiling.
Orlando said, yes, I need full disclosure. Yeah, you can't just run something like that to somebody and not tell them why you're telling them that.
True. But what if you're telling them something and it's really bad and you just say, I'm just telling you for your own good?
Well, I need to know what it is. He done kill somebody, he done rape somebody, he done mess with a child, he serial well, I mean, what's the problem? Let me know what that is, because you telling me that is not giving me enough information, because it's something that you could just be telling me.
True. Hey, Kurt.
Hey, Kurt. Yeah, so I need to know why you telling me this, and then let me decide for myself and investigate, if I have to, what the case is.
What you need.
That's all I'm saying. Because you got a lot of people, especially like older people that's in your life, that will always tell you, he ain't no good, he ain't this, he ain't that. But he could end up being a great protector, provider. But married to you, it might have been what they knew, or they say, did you hear what I said?
Uh-huh.
Did you hear what I said?
I can't. You're frozen.
But can you hear me talking?
Yes, Jill. Jill said she's frozen. I didn't heard part of what you said.
It doesn't matter if I'm frozen. If you can hear me, just look at the frozen picture, child. Just look at the frozen picture. I look the same. Orlando said, I'd rather know. Or Orlando said, I'd rather know than find out after I jump the broom. Right. But I was saying that even like the older generation would tell people, don't marry him or don't marry her because she ain't no good or he ain't no good and all this type of stuff. But that's because of their values and the way they've seen things. But you could marry that same person they told you not to marry. He's a great provider, protector, and a great man to you. So if you would have listened and somebody else would have got him, then you'd be sitting somewhere looking salty and sad. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And just because you highly respect the person doesn't mean you have to value their opinion either, because they could be wrong.
Because I was going to say, because they could be wrong. What if they tell you something, you just make the best thing pass you by because you don't listen to somebody tell you, no.
Yeah,
I mean, I would look to see what you're seeing, and if it's valid. It's like you come in and say, "Girl, you about to marry this guy, and he done raped 5 kids, and I ain't know," and I just don't listen. Mm-hmm. That's different. It depends on the news. It depends on the news you're sending, the news you're bringing me.
Right. Lynn said she was on YouTube. Go read her comment. If you was on YouTube, Lynn, you would have popped up on here too.
Yeah, you pop on this wall. We see it on this wall on the stream.
If you go to YouTube, you should be right here with us
in this live. Yeah, but StreamYard been importing our stuff after the fact.
I don't know what StreamYard got going on. Let me see.
You have to go to your phone, Vaughn, to see her comment if you want to try to see if they're.
I am. That's what I'm doing now. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, Orlando, she's
I never see it yet.
She's freezing on the stream. You see, we're on StreamYard, so you'll see us all in real time talking, but on our end, it's different when we're looking at it from StreamYard. It's weird. Because on my friend, she just keeps freezing. I hear her, but I don't see her moving. But I know she is.
I don't see her coming on here, Lynn. I see all of Orlando's.
That's why I said, depending on what link you sent it. Did you send her the? Well, we're in
you know what? Let me go look. I'm gonna send you a different link. Sophia.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony. Tony said, "Hello, ladies. I agree with Orlando. Give me the real or nothing at all. You would really have to have some dirt. If it's just your opinion or feeling, nah, I'm good. I'm a great judge of character. I feel like that too, Tony. Hey, Jocelina.
Hey, Jocelina.
She said, that's what I was gonna say. Why are they saying that the man is no good? Right. It could be any reason. It could be because they might have dealt with their daddy back in the day if it's an older person or mom or whatever, and then they just think that trickle over to the kids. You know how old folks is. But
yeah,
a lot of people say that they're on the outside looking in, but you have to know the reason behind why they saying what they saying. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends. I would just have to, like I said, I would listen, but then I would pay attention to what I got going on, you know what I'm saying, with that person and make that judgment call for myself. Because I fill out people pretty well. So I'm like, Tony just said, I feel like I'm a good judge of character and I'm no dummy. So, we take it from there.
I don't think it's like saying you're a dumb. I don't think when a friend tells you or it's coming from a good place that you're saying the person's a dummy. I think you may have seen something that they could have missed. That was just
my figure of speech. I didn't mean it like that. Yeah.
No, but that's basically what he's saying. I mean, I did a nutshell.
Okay, so I just sent it to you again. But yeah, so I mean, it just depends. Because old people are very judgmental.
Girl, tell me about it. Ooh, do we know about everything? Not just being married, not just a boyfriend, everything.
Yeah, it don't matter what it is. Shit, they'll talk about you in your face.
But then you gotta think, most people that are older than us, that are like, parents or aunts, and they see something, they done been through a different life, like a different bringing and upbringing, and they see things differently. When their mom might have said, they may have listened, or when their son to such might have said, they may have listened. But
we love you too, Jocelina. But yeah, and like you just said, the upbringing was different, the culture was different, the era was different, everything was different. And back then too, they made their kids marry certain people from certain families.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't arranged or nothing, but they was like, that's a good family. You need to go on over there and marry that boy, marry that girl. And that's just what it was. And you may not have jack shit in common. Might not even ever liked each other. But just because you came from good families, that's what they wanted you to do. And that's what you had to do.
And even now in some, in India, Africa, there's a couple of places that they still believe in, pairing people from birth and joining them together. And yeah, that's deep. I mean, you have to be. I mean, I guess if you're born and they put you together like that, that's all you know. So it probably don't feel wrong or look wrong. But there has been movies that have came out where you see the Indian girl, she don't really care for the guy and she's in love with somebody else.
Never knew him. Just knew she was supposed to marry him when she became of age. Justin, that's what I just said. People, period, are just judgmental. I tell Shelly that all the time.
Yeah, people are judgmental. Always have something to say, whether it's negative, positive, good, bad.
I tell everybody. I said, They talked about Jesus, so what make you think they ain't gonna talk about you?
Exactly. And I figured the more they talking, the more they must like to talk about me, honey.
My grandma said, if they don't talk about you, you ain't important.
I don't know if I think that way, but I think if a lot of people have something to talk about, it's like, what's so popular?
She said, if you don't hear nothing about you, that means you ain't important and you ain't doing nothing. And that's true. Because if you're doing something or you're trying to do something, you're gonna hear something about yourself. If you ain't doing something, you just laying low, you ain't gonna hear shit about yourself.
Right, when you out there.
Joyce said, she said, yeah, but it seems like the arranged marriages lasted longer than the marriages now. I think, Joyce, because that was what they were taught and that's what they had to do.
And that's all they know. They just know to be the wife, be submissive, that they learn at a very young age what they're supposed to be. Whereas now, honey, women, they just as equal to the man, wearing the man's pants and your pants. Women aren't like they were before. Honey. Women are deep when it comes to these men now.
Well, that's one thing I could say about my mama. She never got in our business. Now, if we asked her opinion, she'd give it to us raw and real. But she never, ever got in our business. I don't do that with my kids. I tell them, give them they ask me. It be hard sometimes because I be like, what? But shut up. But I don't get in y'all business. Don't do that. I ask and did that one so secretive. She don't tell nothing. I just have to figure it out.
But it's hard though, as a parent, when you see your kid getting to make a bad decision, like on a guy, and you can see it because you done seen some things in your life, and you can see it being just something that's gonna go sour.
Now with that, I'll be like, you might need to go on across past that one by, let him go on back to where he came from. Right. And I'll leave it at that. But at the end of the day, they got to learn on their own.
Exactly.
And they usually make the right decisions.
But I've learned, I think sometimes when I look back now, some of the things my mom might have said, I might have should have listened and said, yeah, she probably know. But I was that hard. I'm still hard-headed, but I was more hard-headed then. And
I can only imagine.
And she probably said that ain't the right. You about to fall hard on that one. And I probably should have said, yeah, she was right. And it's hard to come back and say, yeah, she was right. Yeah, she was right.
I did too. A lot of times when somebody just go on and do it, knowing that they might not be doing it, they're doing it for a reason, like either to get away from something, to get out of something, and to just move on. I know when I did it, I was young and I was doing it just to get out of my mama's house. I was like, all right, he asked, I was like, shit, all right, cool. That was my whole response. Like, I knew I wasn't ready, but I was just so ready to get out of my mama's house. And I was just like, okay, well, let me just go ahead and do this. And I did.
Yeah. And
yes. I'll be right back, y'all. I'll grab something. Sorry.
Well, say I'm seeing you still, so I don't know what nobody else is seeing.
Right, hold on. I'll be right back.
So like I said, B is frozen on my screen. So when she come back, I'm just gonna hear her and know she's back. But we think about like I was saying before, think about choices we've made. We think about things our parents have told us growing up. We think about the things that our friends have told us, saying, maybe this ain't good. Maybe you're about to walk into a wall or something that's bad for you. But you don't want to listen because you figure you just already know. And most of the time when we're not listening and we get upset and we're in our feelings about something, it's typically because we done seen some of the signs that somebody else may be pointing out to us, and we're just in denial of that because we're in that quote unquote that love zone or that whole lot of like zone, and we don't want to really come out of it. So I think that's a lot of times what happens when we get upset about it. I think if someone's giving you as a friend, it could be on your wedding day. I think Vonda actually told me on my wedding day. I think she was sitting there like, girl, no, I think she was actually saying that actually on my actual wedding day. Like, I don't know, Shell, I don't know if this is the right move or if something is something you need to be doing right now. And I could give it to her. She probably was right. But when you feel like like I said, I'm headstrong and I'm hard-headed. So if I felt like in my mind this is right for me, then I'm like it's like, okay, she gave me her opinion. I get it, and I move on past it. So all opinions aren't bad. I see your comment, Jocelyn, but I'm gonna wait till Vaughn to come back on because I don't want us to have to read it twice. So yeah, also while she's on this break, on her break, I'm just gonna come off this topic. We're gonna be posting up the shirts tonight so y'all can see what they're gonna look like. And if you want to order them, all you have to do is go to our inboxes and just put your shirt size. We'll put the prices out there. They're running from 20 to 30. Men are a little higher because it's a little more material than a woman, just to be, and they're different colors. So we'll put all that up. But we're just going to give you the basic shirt, what it's going to look like. The back just kind of says like our stuff on the back, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, our platforms that we're on. And the front is just like, well, we'll show you before the night ends. I don't really want to touch too much on this screen because I don't want nothing to mess up while I'm on this live, but I can give you a snippet really quick. This is just coming. We said we were going to do this on these streams now, like kind of port things in and out. But this is how they look. That's how they look. That's the gray. And we're going to have the ones that look like this with the long sleeves. And it has that on the front. And then the back of this one we have in black on the sleeves, white on the front. And then we have the red and white. And then in these, we have blue, black, white, pink. Blue, black, white, pink, and gray. I think those are the colors that we're going with. But that's what the shirts are going to look like. I don't have a picture of the back because I didn't have time to take a picture of the back. I just did the front. So, but the front pretty much says it has the icons. Like it has the icon of Twitter, the icon of Facebook, the icon of those, and it just says like our platforms. It says subscribe, like, share, that kind of stuff. But we'll put it out there when we get it all together, but we will be taking shirt sizes so we can write all this stuff down, get people's invoices ready or whatever have you to do that. And they're still also building our web page, which we're working on as well. So yeah, thank you, Jocelyn. Yeah, so these are the things that we have in the making. And like we said again, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to all of our platforms. Please come off of our Shelly Live personal page and be in Ravonda's personal page and go to the Shelly Live and Be Lovebird page. If you haven't already, while you're sitting there right now, all you got to do is click like. That's all it's going to let you do. Your comments will still port to our StreamYard because, we're reading this from all platforms. StreamYard is coming from all the platforms. So we're seeing everything from all the platforms. I bet you I'm going to start reading and she's going to come back and she's going to be like, what you just read? Like that's how it always goes. Orlando said, yep, she told you I was a good one. You said, my mom told me you was a good guy, Orlando? Orlando said, yes, my mom told me he was a good guy. I've known Orlando, y'all, for 100,000 years. I think I met Orlando when I was 9, 10, maybe. And we ain't going to say how old I am now, but yeah, I've known him for a long time. So, no, my mama told me to run from you, actually, because she was so bad. But just to go to show, we've been in the same circle for so long that we just kind of, Facebook brought a lot of people together. But sometimes you got to listen. Sometimes you got to follow yourself, though. I don't think a friend, to me, and not in just being married or somebody giving you a decision, I don't think a friend would just give you horrible advice about something. Sometimes people just don't like to hear people just don't want to hear what people think about. And it doesn't have to be a guy. It could be about anything. They just don't want anybody telling them nothing. But I think if you have, it's like if you're a woman and you going at your house and you look crazy and you look at your girlfriend and you say, girl, does this look good? And she goes, yeah, you look great. Knowing you look like a hot food, but she tells you and then you get mad. So the next time you come around and you have on something crazy, she ain't gonna tell you. But if you value your friendship with people, then for the most part, I think that you should, value everybody, like value what they say and on anything they say it on. But I didn't read Jocelyn's comment. I waited for you because I didn't want to read it and then you come back and we had to reread.
Yeah. She said, my thing is that some decisions can affect you for the rest of your life, and those that you love, a decision that doesn't affect just us. That's true, Jocelyn, because a lot of times, just say if you take somebody's advice and it was the wrong advice, and you know for yourself that this is the person you're supposed to be with. Y'all just, establish that or whatever. And then you got a person to come and say, don't do this, don't do that. But like I said, I always go back to, why are you telling me this? Like, if you knew we were dating all along or whatever the case may be, why didn't you tell me this something from the beginning instead of waiting until somebody gets their feelings all involved in the relationship? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, if I know something, I'm gonna wait till you head over heels until like, I ain't want to tell you this, girl, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now. Well, you should have told me that before I stuck my head all the way into it. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait to tell me nothing. Tell me right then.
Right.
I don't know if you're talking to me or her, Jocelyn, but thank you for both of us. She said your hair is gorgeous. I don't know if it's me or you.
Thank you. I think she put it up when you was off the screen, so it's probably these lovely.
It must have been up. Of course, it was you. Hey, Torin, I hope you're feeling better, Torin. Hi, Keith. Thank you. Sophia said, don't be in my business unless you have good intentions. And trust me, I'm going to know because my circle is very small and my girls are straight shooters. So I'm going to believe them without thinking twice. Most of the time, you kind of have some type of vibe about him or her. That's true too, Sophia. That is true.
Yeah, that is.
I always tell people I'm a hard nut to crack because before you tell me anything, I probably been found it out all anyway.
And so, like I said, for the most part, when we dealing with somebody who's a guy, be it we're going to marry him, be it a boo, we already know when there's some screws missing from the box, and we just probably overlooked them for whatever reason. We overlooked them
because it's something you want. Bless you.
Thank you, Keith, for liking our YouTube.
Give you what? I told you it's in that book bag in the front. But yeah, so it just depends. You have to do things at your own discretion. Yeah, you like I said, you may value. Oh, thank you, Eunice. She's surely going to order because we're doing the dang thing. Thank you, Eunice.
Thank you, Eunice.
Yeah, so why that wasn't right there before? It came up later.
I don't know. My screen is popping. I think you're reading, so I don't even know where you at. I don't even know where you at on the screen. This stuff is popping up all over the place on here.
I asked Torin if he was feeling better. He said he's getting there.
Good.
Jocelyn said we know who we marry.
Yep. Sometimes we know in advance who we marry, and they don't be no better when you marry them.
A lot of times people go ahead and do it knowing who they're marrying, but just want to be safe because you have those people that want to be married just so they can say that they're married. You know how we always talk about the people who never introduce their spouses by name. Oh, this is my husband. This is my wife. This is my wife. This is my husband. That type of shit. Some people want to do it just to be married, just so they can say that they're married.
Girl, I'm married with that.
Look, I'm good.
I ain't doing that. It does. It's not like marriage is an everyday job. It's an everyday thing. It's a job. It's not like a job in a bad way, but it is a job. It's not, it ain't always cracked up to what it's supposed to be.
Because I've had friends that got married, and I'll be like, "You sure you want to do that?" And I'll tell you not to do it. I'll be like, "You sure you want to do that?" And they just happy that somebody proposed and so happy that the man asked, knowing that he was a dog or whatever before they even done. And I'm like, well, it's not going to get no better. And then they be sitting there in misery. So, I don't want that.
Yes,
beautiful ladies are welcome supporting our sisters. Yes, we have to support each other.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Compliment each other more too as Black women or women, period.
Yeah, that's another thing. We should do a show on that. How Black women always tearing down another Black woman. It's just terrible to hear some of the stuff people say about Black women. To each other. And you have the Black men that act like they never seen a beautiful Black woman before. And you be like, there's plenty of them, like, where you been? Because they only dated white women. Yeah. But they only dated white women. So, I mean, you can't even compare. That's like, to me, comparing apples to oranges. I'm just saying.
But Eunice and see Torrance, y'all screen is fading in and out. I don't know why.
Well, it's been
She's
doing
on her
good.
phone.
Thank you for going to YouTube, Torrin.
I don't know why it's doing that, Torrin.
Well, we're almost to the end. We ain't got but like 7 minutes. I'm fading.
Oh yeah.
7 minutes.
But yeah, y'all just, you know, you can take the person's advice, but just decide for yourself instead of just taking somebody's word on just saying no, don't marry that person. Because you don't know where they're coming from with it. Like I said, whether you trust them or not. So it's just something that's at your discretion, because at the end of the day, you with this person day in and day out. So you kind of know how they move and what they're doing or what they're not doing. So if a person comes to you and tells you this or that, that's going to raise a red flag. Should raise a red flag with you. Anybody about, well, shit, if he doing all this and he doing everything right by you, that's just you, one person coming to tell me, but I'm going to pay attention. And I'm going to, you know, try to see if anything changed or what, you know, whatever the case may be or whatever. And just, and take it from there. Sophia said, and I can't stand them type of people would be in a miserable situation just because they don't want to be by themselves. Now,
a lot of people.
So, Lynn, you said a mouthful then, because a lot of people in relationships miserable as hell just because they don't want to be alone. Excuse me. And I tell people all the time, and you know this, y'all, I tell you, you have to learn. I told you, you have to learn to be by yourself sometimes. Yeah. And therefore, you get to know you, and then you even get to know you learn your worth, you know your worth, and you know what you're willing to deal with and what you're willing to tolerate and what you're not. Because if you don't know yourself and you just jumping before you get out of one relationship, you got somebody here. You get out of that relationship, it's somebody here. You never get a chance to know yourself. Give yourself
whatever damage or baggage or trouble.
Yeah, what's the rush?
Yeah, that's true.
What is the rush?
But it's like what you said, they don't want to be by themselves.
Yeah. I don't mind being by myself.
There's nothing wrong with dating, and dating doesn't mean that you have to be out here sleeping with everybody. It's exactly the word. You're dating people. You're feeling out people, and who cares what people say? Like something like, "Oh, she a hoe. She run her dating everybody." No, it make you a hoe when you're around sleeping with all the ones you dating. But if that's not the case, and you just trying to find who fits with you, that don't make you no type less of a woman, because you don't want to just stop and settle for the first Joe Blow that comes along and says, "I love you."
But just because you dated, who said you sleeping with all these people?
You know, that's always, for women, it's always, for men, it's not like that. For women, it's always, she got a lot of guy friends. You know how people talk and they always got something to say. You can't have just a friend that's a guy that you kick it with. It's you kick it with him, and it got to be all the extra stuff that come with it, which is so stupid.
But women say that about men all the time. He a hoe. He always, every time I see him, he with a different woman. You don't know if that's just his home girl. He just kicking it with her. He just same way, vice versa. It's like a double standard when it comes at. But like you say, women do get the worst rap because men just feel like if they see you with a different dude every time they see you, you got to be screwing the man. No, it's not like that.
Why can't you get friends? Like, literally, why can't you just be friends of the opposite sex? That is your friend, period, point blank. It shouldn't be no extra in the middle.
Because growing up, all I hung out with was dudes. Like, those was my best friends, as guys, and we still close to this day. But I just never really dealt with females like that. But because it was always some type of drama somewhere, like all that petty stuff. I don't do that.
Petty stuff.
Eunice said, "Look, it didn't last too long. I was out of there." Right. And she said she loves the single life. Me too.
There's nothing wrong with it at all. I mean, really isn't. I'm embracing it. Hey, Jennifer Bird.
But you know, some people just not marriage material though.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that want to be married. They don't even have a clue what that means. Like they just get the name and that's all you're gonna do. No, you get the name, but you got a whole package that come with that behind that.
And then you have these men, and it never fails. They had a good girl over here, whatever. I'll go walk out there. He'll go marry not to say the worst person, but marry somebody that treat them like shit. And then they'll go back to that woman saying, "No, I made a mistake. It should have been you." I know you made your choice. Going over there, you deal with that mess you put yourself into. That's
you don't put yourself into. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you know, a lot of times out here guys say, even some of my friends, I mean, she was straight, she was good. I messed up, but she was just so damn boring. Sometimes boring is good.
Yeah.
Sometimes boring is good. Jennifer said, good choice. Orlando said, my name is Orlando Arventes, and I was a hoe. It felt good to get that off my chest. Probably are you still a hoe or recovering hoe? Lynn said, girl, these chicks don't know how to date. They quick to snatch the first thing that she think wants her. You better know what he wanting you for. Amen.
Exactly. Honey. Thank you. You said a mouthful there, Sophia. You better know that.
You said a mouthful on that one right there.
You got men that just make you a part of a team, honey. You be you and 500 others.
And to tell you, I want you on my team. If you don't get the hell out my face.
That's funny, some of the things people say.
And they don't care, and they think it's like cool because, you know, a lot of times those are the type of women that they used to. So when they come to a real woman, they expect you to fall in line with the other chicks. But then their feelings be hurt when you be like, excuse me, what you say? Who you think you talk to? Like, no, you got me real confused right now. Like, I don't do teams, player. That ain't me. But you know, but you have them. They'll come at you like that.
And tell you some of the shit that come out. They tell you, they be like, I just want you to be a part of Block. And you know what's so crazy? When men are multi-dating, this is where I think it comes to be confusing. When men are multi-dating and they're telling everybody they love them. It's saying, yeah, go over here, they love that
on the other show.
Yeah, and they're waiting for one to fall off. They're trying to figure out which one fits better in their situation, or the one that gives them, the ones that's receiving the I love yous. I always tell people, you can't be loving somebody, honey, that you ain't talked to 5 seconds and you just love them all out the balloon. No.
No. I don't like when dudes say that. I love you. Like right when they meet you. I just know you're the one. You just seen my picture. You just seen something on Facebook. You have no clue what I like, what I don't like.
Over here, just a psycho.
And then when you get a whiff of my damn mouth, how it could be at times, I bet you're gonna be like, skirt. Like, you know, pump your brakes. No, like, don't do that.
Or when they realize that you're not a dodo and you don't play along to
right. Yeah.
Who they on? No.
That part. Eunice said, girl, so true. My second one is married to this day. He came back, said the same thing. I told him to carry his butt back to her. That's so funny. My essence with me yesterday. I said hello because it come from a different name. I said hello. I said, who is this? He told me, your husband. I'm coming home. I said, boy, if you don't get the hell off my phone, I said wrong number. Little wrong number. But no, we play and joke like that. But we just real cool now. We're in a real good place, and that was so long ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, it's just like. People just, I don't know. People be on their own thing. Jennifer said, I do. Let me know they full of shit. Yeah. Tell them from but most of the time you can see it from the shit they say right off the rip. No, the ones too, Shelly, that try to come to your friends and be like, oh, I'm just so crazy about your girl. Like, oh, like trying to pull you in to boost them up. Like, girl, I think he might work. No.
Look, she'll tell me, but that's all she's gonna do is tell me. The choice is gonna be ultimately mine.
Yeah. Never scared. No, I ain't never scared. I just ain't crazy. It's different.
When you get to a certain comfort in your life, when you done seen and been around a couple of blocks, you're not trying to go out here and tap dance in everybody's circus. You know, you're just not. You're not willing to play some games. Some of this thing you're gonna be like, miss me, because you see it already. You've already seen the same pattern to where you just be like, this is some bullshit, and this is about to be some bullshit. And you just
most people, if they wanted to, they can find somebody married tomorrow.
And it's always somebody ready.
Yeah, ready, willing, and able. Like, and you be like, no. Because I be wondering, we could be like, oh, you're going to be my wife. You're going to be my, why? For what?
For what? Because you look good, girl. You pretty, boo-boo. You got them pretty ass little kin eyes.
I don't give a damn. That could be drenched in gold. Like, whoa, wait a minute.
No, beauty is skin deep. I tell you all that all the time, y'all.
It is. You could be beautiful on the outside, but your inside ugly. You ugly inside out.
Ain't nothing cute about being cute and ugly at the same time.
That's what I say. You see so many pretty women, and their attitude's just so bad. You're like, what are you mad about? Why are you mad at the world? Because you can your exterior can be beautiful, but if your inside ugly, you ugly inside out, and that changes your whole look.
Dynamic. I'm trying to tell you, everything about you is just different when you just have that. And it is, and a lot of men stereotype pretty women like that too. They be like, "Oh, she gonna be a bitch, or she gonna be diva. She's stuck on herself." You can't put everybody in the box. Everybody don't roll like that.
Jennifer, talk about me. Yeah, you got a nasty attitude. Sophia said, "Boy, bye. You're not adult enough to come to me yourself." Okay,
exactly, Sophia.
Yeah, that's like a dead giveaway too, because that'll let me know too if something go wrong. He gonna start running his mouth to his friends, my friends, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. She said, Eunice said, I have a girlfriend just like that, ready to get married, always talking. That's my husband.
That's my husband. I can stand it.
Eunice.
Tell me his name. What's his name? What's your husband's name?
Look, Eunice, girl, if you could hear the people, that's my husband. He this, he that. Girl, you don't even know the man's name yet. But some people say somebody they married him, but I don't know. I don't know about that. Tori said, Vonda, I just told Shelly about that yesterday.
About what?
I don't know what, Tori. What you tell about yesterday? I guess about people can get married right now, or what, Tori? Tell me, because I don't know which part you talk about.
Yeah, you had to tell us.
He said he just told you whatever yesterday.
He told me yesterday?
Yeah, he said, Vonda, I just told Shelly that yesterday.
And my head be on a roller coaster most days. And
you can tell her something 15 minutes ago. She'd be like, what?
I'd be like, huh? I don't be trying to hold on to all that stuff, y'all.
Jennifer said they thirsty.
And a lot
of it too. That's a lot of it too. But it's just like, I don't know. I always say, to each his own. If you like it, I love it. But like I say, listen to what somebody tells you. Just know where it's coming from, and make sure you check it out yourself before you solely take somebody's advice not to marry somebody or to marry somebody. Because different people have different intentions. Some good, some bad. Period. That's just the way it is. But at the end of the day, you're an adult, and that's still a decision that you need to make for yourself. You can take the advice, but make sure that you're doing it for your own reasons and not just because somebody told you not to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Torrin, you did. You said pretty women with ugly attitudes. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
A lot of women. A lot of women stuff on themselves real bad. But what they don't understand is beauty is only skin deep. Honey, that can run out. You can grow old. You can get old and be just as ratchet looking as you want to be, as beautiful as you may have once been. And then all you got left is your inner you.
I think when you're a low down, dirty ass person, that take your looks away too.
Yeah, because you can have the finest guy, and he has the nastiest attitude, and everything about him you do, you're like, oh, I can't. You just like, I can't take him because his attitude is just
arrogance. I hate an arrogant person. Like, it's a difference between arrogance and confidence.
Right.
Confidence is sexy and attractive. Arrogance, I don't like that at all.
Arrogance is just ignorant. Just it does look wrong.
Not ignorant. She said just ignorant. Y'all don't know what's going on with this ponytail of mine, but
you look like a little girl tonight. You look like you're about 12. This is cute because every time my picture screen freezes, you like, look at her looking like a little baby.
Thank you. Everywhere we went the other day, the ladies talking about their kids, and me and my daughter, and she was like, well, mama, she's like, that's your mom? That's your mother? She's like, yeah. She said, yeah, we get that all the time. I said, yeah.
That means you're aging beautifully, girl.
Thank you, Lord. If I didn't have you to get on my nerves, I'd probably be looking old.
You'd probably be old.
I'd probably be looking old. Jennifer
keeping you young.
said,
No, I'm keeping you
yeah,
young.
Jennifer ain't gonna never marry nobody. I know this.
You gonna marry somebody. I got a feeling you're getting married next year.
Oh, Jennifer.
You, Jennifer, I don't know.
Next year, girl, it's just December.
Next year, I'm probably next year at the end of next year.
So you think I'm marry somebody after knowing them for a year? From now to then,
my sister is quite happy with that. I'm gonna put you on my vision board for 2021.
I don't know why you keep trying to marry me off.
I want to be in your wedding before I die.
I ain't have no wedding. If I
you have a wedding, you are having a wedding.
So you paying for it? Because I ain't.
If baby, if them numbers start looking right,
okay.
Well,
I'm a elope. I'm just run off, and when I get back, I'm gonna say I'm married, so you can have a heart attack.
I tried that; it doesn't work out any different.
You heard I said so you can have a whole heart attack.
I would be hurt. I'd be like, "You did what? You did why? Why would you do that?"
Because I would have looked at you, was like, "Nah, I ain't doing it." I'm back down by myself.
I'm looking crying, and I think you would get to the altar and question it too. I think you would get there and be standing there like, "Ooh, I don't know if this is what I need to be doing right now."
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it.
I think both times I got married, when I was standing there, I was saying that in my head, like, "Oh my God, this is my life right here, getting ready to go."
I just wonder if I could be with a person. I mean, it ain't like I'm getting any younger, you know what I'm saying? But could I just be with somebody, that one person, for the rest of my life? Like,
it's not so much the one person in your space. You have to get used to somebody just being in your space constantly. Because when you've been by yourself for a long time, so anybody entering your space and changing, shifting stuff around, it's gonna be hard because you've been there. You've been so alone, not alone in a bad way, but like alone in your house, right, by yourself. So it's gonna be different. You're gonna be like, what? You moving there? Why you moving there? Why you want to touch that table? Why you want to touch that fork? I had to learn that. I mean, it's hard. It's different. You got to marry somebody with a light.
You know that shoot you with them damn pillows
and shit, and then changing stuff, and and putting things together as a couple. Like you're bringing your look, and I'm bringing my look, and we merging it into one look to make it look some type of way. It's a lot.
But that's when you should know if you're compatible or not during that dating time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you're a clean person and they're a clean person, 9 times out of 10, that's gonna work out because y'all both the same way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to be compatible in like a lot of areas to me. But Sophia said, I have 2 married friends and one single friend, and the married one says they not doing it again. A lot of people say that Sophia, when they get married, they say, I wouldn't do it again. Then you turn around, they ask married again. And that be the people that was so anxious and hell-bent on getting married. And then when they got married, it ain't what it cracked up to be. Or the person is not who they thought it was going to be, or they thought marriage was like a easy thing, and it's not. Marriage is a job. It's work. Any relationship is work. You can't just jump into something and just be like, okay. And then like you said, but you said a key thing just now. You may live one way and then you move into this person's space and this person's whole thing is different. Then you got to adjust to what that person was doing. Just to say, like, if you a clean ass person, then you marry a person that don't keep shit so tidy, right? And then y'all get together, and the clean person, every time they come in and the shit out of the place, they're going to lose their fucking mind because that's not what they like. That's not what they used to, and they ain't going to put up with it. Period. And
it's a compromise, it's a lot of compromising. And then especially if the person has kids and you're trying to get to know their children, and you're trying to get them to know it's a lot of work in that. But that's when you're dating somebody comes into all these things come into play, because now I'm getting to know your kids, they get to know me, you getting to know mine, I'm getting to know your dog, your cat, whatever it is you got. We learning each other here, not just we married and we don't know shit about each other. No, because I'm hard to live with. I already know that.
Yes, Lord. Ooh, Lord.
I am. I'm hard to live with. I don't like mess, honey. I'm OCD when it comes to certain things.
And if somebody get up off her damn couch and them pillows, and it's supposed to be like this, but if it's turned like, who did the pillow like that? Oh my God.
And I think about pillows being messed up.
But I can't talk because I'm like that too. So as people get up, I'm fluffing my stuff back out or whatever. But still, it's just like, a lot of times too, that comes with people showing you who they want you to see. And then when you marry them, they get to see all of the shit that you was covering up.
Right, right.
And then they be like, well, damn, I ain't know, like this. If I didn't knew this, I wouldn't have done this. That's why you got to be real with people and show them the real you from the gate. So
I can marry Vaughn. I can marry Vaughn tomorrow because she act just like
get your little fork in the sink menu.
She clean. Look, she cook, she clean. I don't got to worry the kitchen being dirty. She organized stuff. We are so alike in so many ways when it comes to stuff in our home. We just clash when her mouth get to running too much.
No, this one right here be talking to people like they too.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Yeah, she does. She just be talking to people like they're just stupid and got on the dunce cap or something.
I do not do that.
But, right, Eunice Renner said it runs in the family. She 55. Okay, girl, good genes.
Yes, yes.
Jennifer said her vision board is clear. I'm in no mood to get married. She said mood.
I'm gonna put all y'all single birds on my vision board for 2020.
Look, that's my sister. So look, I already know. Torrance said Shelly gonna make you get married, Vonda. Is she trying, Torrance? She been trying for years. Look, hey, Bull said date for years first.
And I see that he put a lot of R's and S's.
That's what she said years. Right. Sometimes when you date for them years, and a lot of times when people date for years and years and years and then they get married, they split up. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Some people get married then they decide to get married, and then a year or two they divorce. Like, if it wasn't broke, why did you try to fix it? You know what I'm saying? Eunice says she OCD too. Yep.
I got it bad.
Girl, I go to hell off. Right.
I don't like my pillows being messy, and I don't like no dirty kitchen. I can't stand a dirty kitchen.
I can't go to bed with dishes in my sink. No, I don't like that. I don't like nothing dirty.
Yeah, I'm just funny like that, and it's not. And I don't think it makes me a bad person. I just think I just like stuff to be clean.
I mean, I feel like this: if you got to pay for something, you want to take care of it. You want to make sure it's neat and it's clean, and you ain't got to be running around with people coming to straighten your house up, all this kind of stuff or whatever. You supposed to want your shit to look nice. Why not? You got to pay for that. It ain't free. You gonna get something just for somebody else to tear up or all this kind of stuff? No.
Right.
And then you have men that put women in these nice ass homes and all this type of stuff, and you go in there, you can't hardly walk through the house. He go to work. She may work or she may not, but then just don't keep the house clean. Like, damn, how hard is it to pick up after yourself? For real.
Because some people, that's really hard. Some people don't know how. Some men don't know how to clean up behind themselves.
Yeah. Bull said it's because there was never any compromises really being made. Yeah, a lot of times. And a lot of times too, Bull, like I just said before you came on, a lot of times people show you who they want you to see. And then when you say I do, and one of y'all got to move in with the other and see how the other one really lives day to day, that's when the shit start, because you showed them something that you weren't when you move in, and then they starting to see the real you all the time. And they be like, well, damn, you wasn't doing none of this when we was dating, and all this, now that we married, you doing this, and they didn't just start doing that shit. They just suppressed it until they got you where they wanted you. That's it. That's all they did for that. But he ain't tricking me. I'm sorry. Nope. Can't do it. But anyway, she said everyone knows how to clean. It's a choice. Bull, you know what? Everybody don't know how to clean.
Everybody don't know how to clean.
Everybody don't know how to clean. They don't. Because you go, some people think something clean, and you go, girl, you be looking like, this all thing you can do is look around. I've been to somebody's house before. I wouldn't even sit down. Period.
Some people move stuff. Some people think moving stuff make it clean. Like they move something, shift it somewhere else to another section, and that makes it clean.
You got to pull out the chairs. You got to clean behind them. You got to lift them up, all that kind of stuff, and clean and disinfect, all that type of stuff. That's cleaning. Hey, Chip. He said he thinks some people. He said he thinks sometimes people ignore red flags in the beginning. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely they do. Just because everything feels good right then. You know what I'm saying? It's because it feels good. They don't want to do nothing to ruffle the feathers. And then eventually it's just going to start trickling off. Sometimes, not all the time. And sometimes a person is who they present to you. Hey, Elvis. Elvis said he missed us 2 sexy women.
Hey, Elvis.
But, you know, it just depends on what you want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know certain things I'm not going to deal with, certain things I'm not going to tolerate, period. So why would I deal with somebody who does those things that I hate? I mean, you could compromise and they could change some of that, but then they be changing for you. And then some people end up resenting you because they made these changes for you. And that's not really how they are, what they wanted to be. They just wanted you so bad. But then when you get into it, all that shit start coming back. And you be like, well, why are you doing that now? You wasn't doing that before. You know what I'm saying? It's right. Just because they suppress shit just to get what they want. People do it all the time. Bull said, if I ignore the signs in the beginning, then you'll find out in the end. Absolutely. Without the shadow of a doubt.
Oh, great. You're going to find out. You're going to see them. A person can only hide who they are for so long. Yep. And a lot of people, sometimes they won't talk to you. They'll talk. They rather text you because when they're talking to you, you can hear things right off the top. Mm-hmm. In a text, you text and there's no emotion attached to it. There's nothing to that. But when you're talking to somebody physically on a phone or in front of them, you see more signs in front of them. So the way they work themselves is they stay in the back scene. That's what I think.
Or you had them people, they talk so damn much, they start telling on themselves, and then when you say something, you confusing me. You made me say, I didn't make you say shit. You said what you said.
What you want to say?
Because I be coming up with the questions so quick sometimes. I'll be like, well, why this? Why that? Wait a minute. You messing with me, just like what you lying for? It ain't no point in all that. Torrance said, an older man told me people don't change, you just get to know them better. That's true. That was some good advice right there, Torrance. Yeah,
I agree with that, Torrance.
That's very true. But yeah, honey, you just listen. Don't ignore the red flags. Listen to people. You don't have to take the advice, but at least listen. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then pay attention to your situation and what you got going on. And, because it could have been something you missed and they could have been moving that way the whole time. You just didn't know it because you so head over heels caught up. You know what I'm saying? So just pay attention when people tell you something. You don't have to take the advice, but at least listen. Give yourself the opportunity not to go into something that they could have actually been saving you from. You know what I mean? But just do it for yourself. Jalen, why you all up under your mama tonight?
I don't know. He's irritating the crap out of me, though. It's like right there.
That's why he needs me there, because I have my baby up under me all the time.
Okay, he's like right here in my vision.
Bull said, so call the shit how you see it and keep it moving. That's 100, Bull. I'm with you on that one. Hey, Rafinha said, what about when they piss in the shower after the marriage? Nasty. That way to get married. I think people do that all the time, Rafinha. She said, what about if they wait to piss in the shower after the marriage? Shelly, you paying attention, you listening.
Mm-hmm. I lied. I wasn't.
What I no, you wasn't. I was going to catch you in that lie. She said, what about?
You see, I came forward with it. He was talking about food.
Ain't nobody said nothing about no food, or he was.
No, Jelly was talking about food.
Oh, no wonder your attention was gone. She said, what about when they piss in the shower after the marriage? That's just nasty.
Pissing in the shower with you in the shower? Or when
you in the shower with them, Rafinha?
Yeah, if you're in there, that's nasty. But some people pee in the shower when they by themselves.
I told a lot of people do it.
Yeah, you be sitting there and the water hit your stomach and you just pee. You can get out. It's like people pee in pools.
Sophia said, I'm so aggy about cleaning. My kids be like, bye, mama, bye. Be going behind their kids and they picking up stuff.
Yep.
My brother used to come to my house and he'll tell whoever he with, he'll be like, watch this. Soon as they put a glass down that was empty, I pick it up and go wash it. He said, "What I tell you? I told you she was gonna do it. I told you she was gonna do it." I thought, "So you think this shit funny?"
Elvis said, "What type of topic is this?"
Elvis, did you read it before you came in?
He just came in talking.
What it is. It is, would you take the advice of a person that you highly respected if they told you not to marry the person that you married? Would you take their advice or would you not? Should or would you take their advice? Boys are piss in the shower.
Yeah, people pee in the shower. People pee in the shower all the time by themselves.
Said, yeah, she was there. He pissed in the shower, so he peed on your feet, Rufine.
Well, that's nasty. That is nasty. But if you're in the shower by yourself and you pee, I mean, there ain't no harm in that, I don't think.
I mean, you got to clean the shit out anyway, regardless. But I said, Rufine, did he piss on your legs or your feet?
Your toes.
Oh, God. That's crazy.
Probably make you mad.
You ever pee on somebody in the shower, Shelly?
I ain't never peed in my shower. I just might pee on me in sex.
Well, we know that. You done told the whole world that.
Not in the shower, no. I don't bathe with people. I don't like people bathing with me. Because you know why I don't like taking a shower with people? Because somebody's always going to be not where the water is. And I don't want to be the person standing outside the shower, outside the water. And it be cold.
You don't want to be cold.
I want to be cold.
Oh, Lord, you're just so extra.
I am. I don't like cold.
And then you got, especially if you end up with one of the people and you're in a small shower and you got to like scoot around each other.
I know. I take a bath for your bath. I can do it with you, but I can't do the shower. I'm on the cold part of the shower. I
don't mind it. Because I want to see how you wash your ass. I want to make sure you wash it right. So I don't care.
Yeah.
That's real. I'm telling you.
Nah. We are past we're almost at 9:30.
Yeah. Oh, Elvis said, "Nah, love is no one's opinion, but the ones in love." True that, Elvis.
True.
Rafini said, "Yep, he peed on him."
I hate you slapped him.
Tori, you let Shelly piss on your feet. All right, piss on me, Shelly.
There's a look.
He said not piss on during sex.
Well, like I told you, you can't knock something till you try something, y'all. I told y'all this before.
Elvis said, "Shit, piss in the shower. That's where you're gonna get clean anyway." Yeah,
but not on somebody's feet, Elvis.
She said she was in the shower when the person peed.
Yeah, he peed on her. That's nasty. On her
and
feet.
Some people piss be strong, and just think if you in the shower and they piss strong in the shower.
And you in a little shower, and it's the penetrating of the smell.
Because piss is concentrated, so it's like no.
Nah.
I'm with you on that. Nah, don't piss on me. Period.
Well.
Look, no pee on my poo poo.
Want to be warm.
No, I'm good.
That's just me. Vonda never done it. I would be guilty of that.
Yeah,
but I don't want to pee on me in the shower though.
Huh?
I don't want anybody peeing on my feet though.
Oh, she loved her feet, y'all.
See, he said her mama said it cured acne. You know, piss cures a lot. Baby's pee takes acne off your face.
Yeah, it does, but baby's pee is pure. Your piss might be potent. Look, baby's pee. I ain't worried about baby's piss.
Baby's pee takes away acne. That's what they say.
Yeah. And when they have dark skin, eczema and stuff, it'll take that away too. Wash it.
And Elvis, Jello takes away acne's feet too. You make Jello, freeze it, put your feet in it.
Really?
Yep.
Take away what?
Athlete's feet.
And where you hear that at?
My mama's Jamaican, girl.
I ain't never heard that one.
Yeah, when you ain't got the resources to buy the stuff you need, you start making up shit that works.
You got that right. And I can't right now.
Do what it do when it needed to do it.
Bull said, now pissing on me during sex, too close to R. Kelly for me. Elvis said, look, I see you wiping baby's piss on your face. I'm walking the fuck away.
Well, Elvis, well.
Y'all crazy. Oh my God. Y'all, before we started this show tonight, I was so sleepy. Oh my God. I woke up. She didn't even call to wake me up. Luckily, I woke up.
I thought I was on the stream, and luckily you called because I would have been sitting on the stream just waiting for you to get there. I'm
the one asleep. She's supposed to call me. But I ended up having to call her.
Yeah. I'm going to show the shirts again before we come off so y'all can see
them. This is the other one, y'all. Can you see it?
That's one.
Trying to show them and you put up, I can't even talk, put it all up in my face.
Put your boobs up to the screen.
Can you see it?
No.
Wait a minute. Here go the top.
Where you at, Vaughn? Where you showing it?
Girl, I'm trying to put it in. There it is. Shelly Live, and then I'm rolling myself up.
You're frozen. You're frozen in my screen. I don't see it.
Ooh, girl, you know how hard that was?
That's the other shirt with our faces on it, but this is the one with just the logo. We have two different kinds. That's one, and then there's the one with the Shelly Live and Be Love Bird face on the front, and it's the same information on the back.
Okay, yeah, that's better. You see
it? You're frozen on my screen. I don't see nothing. I hear you.
Well, maybe they could see it on my. Well, y'all, this is the other shirt right here. Okay, I should have did that the first time instead of doing that bending and standing. I done gained some weight. I'm tired.
And y'all remember what I said now? Them 2 X's, 3 X's, 4 X's, 5 X's. That's a little bit more money because that's a little bit more cost on our end. But we'll post the prices by Saturday. We'll have the shirts and the prices up, and then you just inbox us your size, and you cash. We'll give you all the information on how to pay and
we'll have all of the information available.
Your address, stuff we're gonna need to get it to you. So yeah, we'll get all that. We'll get all that to you though when we put it up. Kopish. Anywho, it's been a fab show, y'all, but it is 9:30, and I don't.
We're glad y'all tuned in as usual. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We've been putting a link up everywhere for y'all to click the link to go to our YouTube channel so that y'all can subscribe and we can start, streaming from there.
Yeah, just know January 1st, we're not going to be porting from Ravonda's page or Shelly Live page. It's going to be Shelly Live and Be Love Bird and YouTube. So if you're not there, you won't see us. And if you don't see us, that may force you to go there. We may put up a little message saying we're on YouTube right now, but it's not going to be where you can hear the show because we got to get y'all off of these pages. Go to Shelly Live and Be Love Bird. Good night, Unison.
Good night, Eunice. Glad you tuned in tonight. But yeah, y'all, what she said. All of that.
And as always, we love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Please remember to share our page, share our platform, click share. When you get on the screen, click share, click share, click share. I don't care if you share it 1,000 times. Share.
And click the link to take you to YouTube so y'all can subscribe.
Exactly.
Eunice, did you get it when I sent it to you? And Lynn, did you get the link when I sent it to you? But I'm going to repost it on my page too. We're just going to
repost it tonight. We'll post it to all of our platforms. The only platform we can't post it to is actually YouTube because you can't port to YouTube like that. But we will post it on all of our pages tonight when we get off, and in our stories, on both of our stories on all of our pages. You don't have a story
Good night, Elvis. Okay,
you have a good one. I have a great one. It's been a great show.
Good night, y'all. I'm going to bed now because I'm tired.
Shelly Live and Be Love Bird, y'all. As always, loving life, loving what we do, and loving y'all.
Good night, y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuned into Naughty or Nice. Let's.
Did you stop it?
Playing the song.
You're now tuned into Naughty or Nice. Let's go. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Shelly Live, want no fake love, and Be Love Bird. Have you ever met a sister with her shit together? Maintaining, never complaining, trying to make shit better. She's got a real good life with the right frame of mind. She's the real deal, baby, and she know how to grind. On the job or in the bedroom, baby, the truth. And with her by your side, homeboy, you can't lose. Just slip on the dress and go to work like a pro. Then bring that ass home and drop it down to the floor. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's a lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's the lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Shining light and be lovebird. Shining light and be lovebird. Shining light and be lovebird.